you so much. Hi, thank you both so much for having me on your podcast.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure. We're so excited to have you here. Just tell everybody. Well, first of all, how I ran into Tahri, how I know her is crazy. And well, tell everybody this, Tahri. Tell the story so I can finish eating my tuna fish.
How you called me? Accidentally called me? Tell that story. Okay. So I guess one day, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
I get this phone call, and I just called the number back, and I said, "Hi, did someone call Tahri?" And she said, "Oh, I made a mistake. I was trying to call my girlfriend, but this is Kym." I'm like, Kym. She was like, "Yeah, Kym Whitley," and I'm like, Kym Whitley? And I was like, oh my goodness. She was like, yeah, your number was in my phone because I don't know how many years ago it was. I was your assistant for one day.
Oh, dang. It was that bad? It was that bad.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Got to get rid of it so she can follow her passion.
That's right.
You know who just nodded her head real hard while she's watching this? Siobhan.
Oh, hilarious.
And so I was like, oh my God, you still have my number? And she says, yes. And I said, oh my God, it's been so long. And she said, you know what? This must be God. You know, how you doing? How you doing during this pandemic? And I was like, oh, I'm okay. I started a business, and it was kind of slow at the beginning of the year. Then it started kind of working out. And then she invited me to the podcast. She said, hey, you know what? Why don't you call me, give me a reminder call at the end of the month, and I'm going to get you on the podcast with me and Sherri.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that would be beautiful. So here I am.
Well, Tahri, that's such a great story. And I love how she said to you a few weeks ago, come on to the podcast with me and Sherri. I just found out about you about 3 minutes ago when I signed on to the podcast, and there you were. And I'm looking at you, and you looking at me, and I look down, and I'm texting Kym, and I said, "There's a black lady on the podcast. What's going on?" And then Chris goes,
"Because I got to keep it going. I do." It's so great. She was telling me.
Happy.
We don't just put anybody on the podcast, Sherri. No. She had to tell me all about her business, showed me her products. She was supposed to drop some over. I don't know what happened, but I'll be waiting on them. But once I saw her photos, I couldn't believe the work that she's put in and the product.
I mean, this quality. It looks so good. It looks so, because I love colors. And colors make a difference. And I'm looking at all of these colors, blues and lime greens and, earth tones. Like, explain what this cornucopia of just beautiful essences is.
Oh, thank you. So all of my soaps, everything is, first of all, handmade. Everything that I have on the table that you have a picture of, everything is handmade. Ooh. Everything is hand cut by me. I use top of the line clays. I even juice different fruits and vegetables to get some of my colors. Yeah. And I use essential oils and stuff. So this is how I got most of my colors. By products, clays.
Okay, first of all, I want to order. You have bath bombs, which I love.
Are these edible?
Yes.
Yeah,
I get that all the time. I get pastries, I get cheese, I get all of it.
It looks so yummy. Okay, so within this soap bar, what's in here? All of these things.
Okay, so this bar right here, this picture right here is the lavender honey. Oh yes, and I use honey from local farms. I use the honey from local farms.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice. Yes. So it's a support thing going on. So this one right here is really good. This is one of my favorite bars. It's the lavender. That's what it is. Lavender and honey bar. Yeah.
Do you suggest I'm sorry, Kym.
No, go ahead.
Do you suggest layering on kind of like the same scent family? Your oils and things and soaps. What do you say?
I would say it all depends on the person. If that's what you want to do, layer on all lavender, or you want to mix up the scents, like a lavender and maybe a vanilla, or a lavender and a patchouli. It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, it all depends on what your style of fragrance or scent is.
And now, what is this here?
What is this?
Okay, so at the very top shelf is my those are the deodorants with the darker one. It's a deodorant.
Yes.
So I don't use baking soda. Yes, and everybody like, oh, it's a natural deodorant. Will it hold the wetness? No, it will not hold the wetness. No type of that I know of to this date. I mean, research is still going on. That natural deodorant will hold the wetness. It only stops the stink. You know, it only stops the
That's
smell.
all I need. I sweat, but I don't want to be funky.
Yeah.
Like we did.
Right.
Keep going, Tahri.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, and what it is that I chose charcoal to use in my deodorant because we all need to detox from the deodorants that we have been using. You know, so that'll be great as for a detox deodorant. So this way you can stay fresh while your body is naturally detoxing from the commercial deodorants we would use in the past.
Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas.